Harry Maguire's contract runs out at Manchester United this summer. Now, there's been a lot of debate and discussion of whether Manchester United should be giving him a new contract. In this video, I want to talk about the news that's come out and what we know about potentially giving Maguire a new deal, giving you some thoughts, some interesting sort of opinion as well, and talk about Harry Maguire in general. Because for me, I think he's a guy in the last kind of 2 or 3 years that doesn't get enough praise. He's been someone who's been absolutely fantastic for Manchester United. And one of our most underrated players, I'd say. Mr. Consistent. He's been out with an injury this season. But in terms of the news, Harry Maguire is waiting for a proposal from Manchester United. He's sitting patiently. He's willing to accept on reduced terms. And he's someone who loves the club and wants to stay at the club. And that's ultimately the news at the moment. He's waiting. United are not expected to make a decision, I would say, yet. I mean, a decision has to come soon, but it's not a kind of priority. I think other things, sort of Kobbie Mainoo's new contract, is the main priority after the window closes. Now, what I want to say about Harry Maguire, he is the ultimate professional. Like, this guy has been through the darkest of times at Manchester United on a personal level. Scrutiny from left, right, and centre. Like, he was getting cooked by everyone, memes galore. But the way in which he come out of it is a testament to himself and his character and his attitude, because he's someone who very easily could have just turned away and just left Manchester United, but he's battled through the hardships. He's gone through losing the captaincy, having poor performances. To I remember being having very very good performances. I remember in that 20, I think it was when United wore that zebra kit, and there was a start when we played Aston Villa, and it was like Harry Maguire duels won. Like, he was the best centre back in the world at that time. Now, what I would say about Maguire is, obviously, as he's got older, he's more experienced, and I think he has a big part to play in this Manchester United team. I think he's been someone who is, I mean, the amount of big game moments he has, scoring a winner at Anfield, putting in a man of the match performance against Arsenal, a great performance in against City, scoring late goals, numerous late goals. But the Leon one for me is the one that stands out. I mean, clutch moment, Maguire, like, that moment was amazing. To score in the manner that he did, in the minute that he did, was fantastic. So yeah, listen, I think this guy is I don't know if he's a legend, but he's definitely someone who's very high rated at Manchester United in my opinion. As I said, stripped off the captaincy. Now, he's someone who's definitely valued by Carrick. I mean, in both games, he's played 90 minutes and has been very, very good. He's someone who can defend the box. He's got a great pass on him. My initial concern would be how would he deal in a back four. I think his pace has been a problem at times, but him and Martinez look very good. I think they complement each other very, very well. I think Maguire's ability on the ball is something that's quite underrated. I remember he used to play very good diagonals, put crosses into the box, like he did last season. He's a very good dribbler. So, listen, I think Maguire is definitely an interesting player to look at in terms of his contract situation. As I said, it runs out in the summer. He has an option. If he doesn't have an option to extend it, United are considering extending it for another 2 years. I think there are a few things that need to happen though. One, he has to take a wage cut. I think that's something that's obvious. I think that's something that needs to happen. And I think that's something that Maguire's willing to do. At 33 years of age, or 32, what he is now, a player that's not going to be playing every game. I think him being on 190k a week contract is kind of unwarranted, and it's not something that United need. We know how stingy Ineos are, and I'm sure that's going to be one of the things that they consider. But I think he's someone who, listen, he probably won't be the first choice centre back. So I think when De Ligt comes back, he will be one of the first names on the team sheet. But ultimately, as of now, Maguire's putting in a decent role. And when De Ligt comes back, he provides good cover. I think you have Lenny Yoro and Aiden Heaven. They're still learning their trade. They're two young, relatively inexperienced players. And I think if Martinez and De Ligt do get a big injury, I don't think they're quite ready yet. I know they can definitely play games, but to be the long term, I think in maybe 2 or 3 years, or potentially even a year, they would be up to it. But I think Harry Maguire as well, as an experienced guy, for them to learn under is fantastic. Like, he's he's an England international. He's someone who's seen a lot in the top leagues. He's won 2 trophies with United, been to a few finals. He's scored great moments. So yeah, I think he's definitely someone who I would give him another contract. I'd give him another 2 years, reduced terms. He'll know his minutes. He know he won't play every minute. But if United being in Europe next season, there'll be a lot of games. There'll be multiple opportunities for him, and I'm sure whoever the manager is will like him because he's a top professional. He's someone who puts the graft in. He puts the shift in, and he's someone who gets the club. And I think this guy for me is the ultimate testament to kind of work hard and to dedicate yourself, because as I said, when he got stripped of the captaincy, when he was getting all the threats, he could have very easily left Manchester United and just walked away from it, but he stayed, he fought, and look at now him. For me, he's been up there with United's most I think him, especially in the defence, like the way he just goes about his performances, putting in clearances or winning clearances, winning aerial duels, defensive blocks, like it's been quite underrated. And I think he's someone I really do rate, and I think he's been a very top player. And again, the experience will be invaluable for these players, especially with Casemiro leaving. He's someone who has a lot of experience and helped these players. I think having someone like Maguire around, it's definitely vital. But listen, that has been it. Talking to Maguire, let me know. Would you give him a new contract? As I said, reduced terms. Uh, not. I don't think he would be a guaranteed starter, but I think Maguire is someone to definitely have in and around the club. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.